둘, 셋. 둘, 셋. 여러분, 안녕하세요. Bienvenidos a su podcast, Culturers. Oigan, pues el día de hoy es un episodio muy especial. Si se fijan, no estamos en nuestro estudio porque como estamos abriendo más bien, que Chile le está abriendo un espacio a los bailarines, a los coreógrafos, a los artistas, cantantes, actrices, preneurs, ya mega famosos, pero tatuadores, pintores, lo que sea, artistas que se dediquen al arte. Decidí empezar conmigo, porque aparte vengo a hablar del proyecto. Y decidí hacerlo en un lugar donde, pues, aquí es un estudio de baile y le tengo que dar honor y respetar de alguna manera a todo lo que me ha dado un estudio de baile y el baile. Entonces, por eso estamos aquí. Y bueno, aparte, vamos a cambiar el idioma. El idioma como quiero... perdón, es que está bien caliente aquí. Pero ya prendí el aire, sorry. Quiero hacer este episodio en inglés para poder llegar a más personas y así que mi historia de alguna manera pueda inspirar también a gente. Y pues bueno, vamos we need to change our language to English. So it's gonna be so weird because it's gonna be the first time like speaking to the camera in English. So it doesn't matter. I'm ready for this. Yeah. So again, this episode is very important for me because it's a new era for Chile. It's a new space for the artist people, and I want that this podcast helps anyone that wants to achieve any kind of art at whatever age. So you saw that in past episodes we started with a studio, with Aquelarre Studio. If you can go to follow them, it'd be great. And if you are in my hometown, it will be awesome if you go to 1 or 2 classes or more. I don't know. And we also interview a dance cover dancer, Adrian. And well, now it's my turn because I'm here to talk about the SNTY project. But before going over there, I'm going to talk about why me and dance, why I dance and why I love to dance. So I'm very excited and I hope you like it. I hope you get inspired and I hope you like it, subscribe, give some comments. It will be nice. And share. Yay! So, before talking about the SNTY, let's go back, rewind. How did I started dancing? Or dance, baile, bailar in Spanish, tum in Korean, tum, I think so, tum. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so everything started, well, this is the first time I'm telling this, I think. I'm an adopted person. I was adopted by my parents when I was like 3 months or something like that. And my parents. And yeah, because of them, I started to love dancing. Since I know and I have knowledge about it, my parents, in every quinceañera, kind of like a Sweet 16 for the foreigners, quinceañeras, weddings, birthday parties, whatever party it was, my parents will always dance, like in every party. And the center of attention was always my dad, till this day. Hi, Dad. So yeah, everything started there when my dad started to dancing, and I watched them, both of them, dancing, and I was like, wow, that's cool. That's awesome. And I was like, I want to do that. But I didn't start there. I started first with gymnastic when I was at the age of 5 or 6, something like that. I don't remember well, and there was a bad part there. The Academy of Gymnastics was a little bit far away from my home. It was like 20-25 minutes away. So my routine was like, go to school, come back to home, change, do a little bit of homework, and then go all the way there. And by the time I arrived there, I will fall asleep on the car. So my mom will struggle and will fight with me because I was like, and my mom like, we already arrived, sweetie, come on, you have class. And I was like, no. So every time we have class, it was a fight. So my mom was like, okay, no, this is not good, and this is not good. This is not okay. So she was like, okay, let's change it. I don't know how she find a studio near my home, and it was a little studio of just girls dancing jazz. And I danced in that academy for almost 6 years, maybe. I don't know. I really don't remember. But I did a lot of festivals, and it was amazing. My best friend and I in that time, Ana Rosa, hey, we love to dance there, and we have fun. We make new friends. But something there marked me a lot, and it was the fact that in every end of a festival or dance festival, and I want to say this not to like blame my mom or my family members about this. It just happens. You just need to be, I think, careful if you are a parent now. But one of the phrases that marked me since then and until now was like, oh my God, Sophie, you dance so well, you did a great job, you this and that. And then it was like a pause, but did you see, I'm gonna change names. Did you see Jasmine? Jasmine, I don't know why. She danced so well. Oh my God, yes, did you saw her? Like, she dances like 3 choreographies or 5 choreographies, and she has the rhythm and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, my mind in that time, I was like, okay, I dance, but apparently not good. Like, I'm okay. Like, not that I was special, but I was like, okay, maybe I'm not good. I just dance. But in a way, since there, my self-esteem in dancing like broke up. And I started to compare myself to everyone, like everyone. It was hell. But anyways, before going there, that thing marked me, and I was still trying to enjoy dancing. I even remember that in 4th grade or something like that, we had a talent show in our school at CAT, and I gathered a friend gathered a group of girlfriends, and we did like a clowny, cutie, girly dance. And then like in 6th grade, I think, I love Backstreet Boys. The Backstreet Boys in the 90s were like the bomb. So everybody, rock your body. Okay, sorry. That song, I loved it. And I remember having some group of friends that loved them too. So I was like, come on, we need to do the dancing at the talent show. So we did it. I even remember one of our friends broke his arm like 1 week before the talent show. And even though with the broken arm, he danced. And I remember, I think he even put like white jello spray because he was Nick. If you ever see this, my friend, you know who you are, and maybe other friends, you know who is it. So anyways, we did talent show. So I really enjoyed dancing a lot. Like, it was so fun, and it was like, I don't know, every time I dance, I feel so happy. So with the past of the years, I was in that academy, but suddenly they have to close it. So my mom started to look for another studio, and they were about to open a new studio. They were saying that they have new styles, new things, more of it, new styles, like hip hop, ballet, lyrics, jazz. Even I even remember they opened break dance like a little bit later, but it was something new for all of us. Like, I knew something about ballet because every time I watch it, like in the Barbie's movies, like the Nutcracker, it was like, oh my God. But I never felt those emotions that you can transmit with ballet. So I was like, I love to see it, but I can transmit that to the people. So I was like, eh. So anyways, my mom decided that I should go there, and many of others of our academy, including Jasmine. So we were like, okay, we still have people that we know, because this was totally new for us. So we went there, and I was amazed about the classes. Like, everything was so new for me. And one of the classes that I started to love, and the style that I started to love, was hip hop. Hip hop for me was like, it's my safe place, my safe home, my everything. It was like, yo, still this day, like, like loose t-shirts and everything. So it was awesome. It was so nice to be in a new thing. But at the same time, it became kind of hard because, again, I started to compare myself. And in this studio, they have like a group called Company, and this group of girls were like the top students, and their job was like to, if the academy went to sorry, my English is going out, to competitions, they use that group of girls for the competitions. So I was like, I want to be in that ones. I want to be in those ones. I want to be in those ones. So I remember my mom telling that to her, and she was like, okay, let me see what you need, or this and that. So I remember they told her something like, she needs to go to all the classes. So for, I think, 2 years, I went to all of them, to all of the classes, like jazz, ballet, hip hop, tap. Like, I remember from Monday to Saturdays, even Saturdays, I went to class. Like, my schedule was full of dance. But I never got into that company group. So in me, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not that good. Okay. So it kind of broke me again. I was like, my self-esteem in dance started to broke again. So I was like, okay, maybe, again, I'm not good. So in that interval of time, I injured my right knee. My right knee, and I had a problem with the ligaments and the muscles here, something like that, the rotule. And I also had 2 surgeries because of the knee problem. And that was kind of my excuse to stop dancing, because I stopped going to ballet slowly, then to tap, then jazz, and then at last hip hop. Because I was like, okay, I'm never gonna go to the company group, so yeah, I don't know, I stopped believing in myself, kind of. So I was like, nah. Maybe my good excuse right now, it's my knee. So I started to use my knee as an excuse to not going to dance. So that happened for a while. And by the time that I was going to college, I was just, I think, in salsa and bachata class. And I also love salsa, like Latin rhythms, I love them. But it was like, again, it was not the same feeling as with hip hop. Because with hip hop, one of our teachers, called Monica Ochoa, you're seeing this, hi. She was like, she inspired us a lot. Also her sister, because she showed us a movie called You Got Served. And two of my best friends in that time were like, and I were like so into that You Got Served movie. Like, there's even a scene in that movie that I felt that it was like the guy, Omarion, he's the actor, was saying something like, "Did you see everybody? And looking at all the thousands of fans?" And he's like, and he says a lot of things like, with this money, I could do this for my family, this and that. And I was like, I felt that. Not that my family was having struggle with money, but in a way it was like, I want to repay my parents and somehow, and it will be so fun and like happy to do it with something that I love to do. So that movie like turned on my mood, and like, oh my God, yes, I want to be this and I want to be a dancer. But I was like, again, I'm not good. And my good excuse was my knee. And in that sorry again, I got TDH. Sometimes I go all the way different parts. You need the context to go to the same road, sorry. So in that when I was going to college and I had that injury thing, my knee, my feet, I don't remember how you said it. Anyways, my mom was like, okay, what do you want to do with your life? And I was like, okay, I want to be a dancer. And she was like, no. My mom was like, so like, no way. Like, you're gonna die on the streets. Because my dream was like, I should go to LA. I knew this studio called Millennium. And I was like, I should go there. I should go and practice and do auditions and this and that. And my mom was like, no way. Like, you're gonna be in the streets of LA with the Who. We don't have family there. No, you cannot go, this and that. And I was like, but I've seen some other people do it. Like, why I cannot do it? And she was like, no. Anyways, I started to study architecture. I did it for 2 years, and it was a hell. I have to say it. It was hell. Like, I like it, but it was not my thing. It's not my passion. So when I quit, like at 4th semester, 5th semester, something like that, I told my mom, like, you know what? I just signed the papers that I quit architecture. So she stopped talking to me for like a week. And I was like, sorry, it's just that I'm not passionate to it. Like, I'm not happy. My health was so bad in that time. Like, every 15 days I will have to go to emergency because my colitis was like so bad. Like even with normal pills, like it would hurt so much, my stomach. It was hell. I remember I lose weight. I don't know, it was not okay. So I was like, Mom, I'm not happy with this. So sorry, like, sorry, not sorry. I'm not happy with it. So also in that time between, again, I'm skipping things, sorry. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why. I try to encourage myself with movies. Like, one of my I have like my 5 top movies, or six top movies of dancing. First of all, Center Stage. That movie, if you can see it, like seriously, I think it's from the 90s again. Zoe Saldana is in there. She was so young. Love her. Zoe, if you see this, we love you. That movie, if you have the opportunity to see it, seriously, oh my God, I was so in love with the dancing. Like the girl, the main character, she danced at the. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a last dance in the movie that she's with a red dress and everything with a point ballet. Oh my God, it's awesome. It's like a revolution there because it's ballet, but not with a classical music. So it was like so awesome. That's my number 1. Second one, it's Honey with Jessica Alba. That movie, I was like, that's my representation. Like that's me. Like I seriously, for many years I was like, I'm Honey. Like I feel that I'm Honey, but I don't have that strength to go out there. So yeah, that movie also awesome. With Lil Romeo thing too. Then I have to write it because if not I'm gonna like forget them. Dance with Me with Cheyenne, my second father, Cheyenne. That guy also, he's still, by this time, he still dances so good. Like, so cool. Awesome. But Dance With Me, awesome. With the salsa rhythms. I'm awesome. Stomp the Yard. Stomp the Yard for me was like, how can they do that? Like, it was so impressive how like the movements and doing sounds with your body and clapping and this and that. I was like, wow. Then last step up with Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum, say step up. Come on. I'm not denying that the other step up 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. I think there are other 2 or 3. They're not bad, but I think the best one is step up 1. And I think maybe step up 2 too, but anyways. And last one but not least, Save the Last Dance. That movie was like like my safe place too, because in college, when I started all these things, what I was about to do with my life, my mom died. So, but that time also, I stopped dancing because architecture totally took off all of my time. So yeah, when my mom died, I think I got lost. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life because I was so used to that she planned everything and organized everything. So I was like, what am I gonna do now? So for 6 months, I was like, you need to decide what to do. But that time, when I rewind a little bit, when I told her that I quit the architecture, like, she even didn't give me like 2 or 3 weeks to like calm and see what I wanted to do. Like, she suddenly told me, like, you know what, you're gonna do a diploma course of translation of English and Spanish, and on Monday you're gonna work in a kindergarten. And I was like, kindergarten? Like, what the hell? Like, but that time I was like 19, 20, and I have never had to take care of any kid, not even my nieces or nephews. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, what the hell am I gonna do with kids, little kids? And when my mom died and this all happened, I was still working there, and then kind of something in me started to think, like, what am I gonna do if I get pregnant? I mean, I was 21, but I was like, still, I was not having my mom to tell her, like, oh mom, what can I do with this? And what would I do if this and that? So it was kind of scary. So I was like, okay, maybe I should be a teacher, a kindergarten teacher. So if I ever get pregnant, single mom, not single mom, whatever, I'm gonna know what to do. I will not be like, you know, just scared. So that's why I chose to be an English teacher and an early childhood educator. So I went to Monterrey to study there. And also, the dance classes over there were really expensive because I was living in San Pedro, Garza Garcia. So, and it was too much because I was like, I have to keep a scholarship, and studying early childhood education was really like, you need to read a lot. Like, so I was like, I can't, like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. Already my dad spending all this money here, so I can't. So yeah, for all other years I stopped dancing. So what I used to do was like going to swimming or boxing. It was really cool, it's really nice, but again, it's not the same feeling. Every party that I had the opportunity to go, I would dance like there was no tomorrow. But still, it was like, no, it's not the same. So my safe place was watching movies, or watching also a very now very known choreographer, Ian Eastwood. I met him like in 2000 something, because I remember him doing dance videos, and it was awesome. Like, when I started to see him, and you see this, I'm so nervous. But when I start to see him, like, his movements, the body movement, I was like, I can put some videos of Ian, were like insane. Like, my mind was like, how can he move that, his body all the way like that? It was incredible. And also watching his videos, I was like, I want to do that too. Like, I want to dance a song of it and something and this and that, a little bit of acting. I'm not good at acting, but seeing his videos were like, I want to do that. But again, no money, no time, and my big excuse was my knee. My knee, because also I think when I was in college, in the university, I fall down and I injure again my knee again. So again, it was like, I can't. You see, I can't. It's just my knee. I can't. So I stopped dancing for a while. I mean, I tried to go to any other day, like randomly to go to a class, but again, I started to see new people and the way they dance, and I was like, I started to compare myself a lot, and I was like, nah, why should I do this if I kind of not receive the same attention? I don't know, I hope I don't see myself so selfish, but if you're an artist, you're kind of like that attention too. So again, it was like, okay, maybe, again, I don't dance that good, so why should I do it? So for a long time, I didn't. And I think in 2021, 2021. And also pandemic came. And with pandemic, I started to do TikToks. But it was so sad because my self-esteem was so down that even my boyfriend in that time, like, he couldn't see me doing them, but he had to. Like, I was like, I danced and I was like, okay, I need to tell him, like, is this okay? Like, this is okay? Like, do you think this is okay? And he was like, yeah, so you dance great, so don't worry. So I need his approval. So it was so sad. But I was like, okay, at least I'm dancing a little bit. But after I break up in that relationship, my self-esteem was like, if it was like here, like it went all the way down, like so bad. I lose weight like so bad, and I was like, okay, I need to go back dancing. I need to dance because dance is the only thing that has saved me from a lot of things. So I was like, okay, I'm not going back to hip hop. I need to challenge myself with something. And I decided to go to Heels class. They do this class in Mexa Empire. The director is SNTY. And my teacher was Suhei. So Suhei, if you're seeing this, because I think she really doesn't know, or I think I already told her, and I think when you have a good teacher, your perception and your view of dance changes. So I admire her of that enthusiasm and the energy that she puts on that classes and into their students. So when I got into heels, I already also got a sprain. No, that was before. Never mind. Yeah, I have injured my legs a lot. So in that class, it was so different from my hip hop style, my break dance. Because I think I started to do break dance, but my mom didn't allow me again because it was not a girly thing. So when I started heels, I was like, oh shit, what did I get into? Like, no mames. Because heels, if you know, and if you can go and see his Instagram, Janish Marshall, heels with him is like walking in heaven, like walking in water. I don't know, and the graciousness, the bitchy way to walk. I was like, how? Like, I swear to God, still these days I try to work with it, but I think those days my self-esteem was like so bad. But I was like, how can they do that? Like, how can they be so secure to walk with it and with those heels? Like, they were not big, but still, you have to walk with graciousness, with the bitchy style, with, I don't know. So I was like, what the hell did I get into? Because heels oh my God. So it was a very big challenge for me, because I was like doing all this move, like, yeah, yo, this and that, and the movement just here, and suddenly I have to be like this, and bitch, and move sexy, and try to show that sex, I don't know. So it was so hard, so hard for me the first week. But then, so he told us many times, like, you need to be secure with yourself. You need to be proud of it. You need to be proud of your body, because that's what you eat. So I was like, okay, I'm gaining something. And suddenly, randomly, I make the choice and I took the choice, the decision. That's the way, that decision to move out from my hometown. I always have that dream to go to another city. My dream city, LA. So one day from another, I was like, okay, I'm going to LA. There's another background for that, but I think I already told it in the other podcast. But then again, I went to LA and I didn't go to dance class again, because I started to think, okay, why you should go if you don't dance good? You don't dance good. You're just going to be like, they're gonna laugh at you. So for a year, I didn't do it, and also I sprained my ankle and I sprained my knee again. But I remember that every time I think about it, like to go to a class, and my mind kept like, you should go dance, you should go dance. I tried to find an excuse to not to go, because I was so afraid and so scared of what people could laugh at me, or again, that phrase that you're not good at it. You're always gonna be compared of. So I was like, nah, I shouldn't. But then later, some 7 boys came to my life. 7 boys came to my life, Korean. And when I saw the Save Me video, BTS, I got inspired again. I was like, first of all, the way of dance, like here in Save Me, is like insane, dude. And I watched other ones. I don't remember which ones, but I remember I watched like older ones. And I was like, how? Like, they dance so well. Their synchronization is so on time. Their rhythm and this and that. Their style, everything. So, again, I listened to their music and I was like, I need to dance again. Like something in me was not there. Like I was feeling just like incomplete. Because even though I don't want to say that my teachers' time were bad, they were awesome. My students, and if they see this podcast, the memories and the courage that they gave me, not just to be a teacher, but to in the future be a mom, I was like, I'm okay, I can handle this, because after being a teacher, I also became a babysitter to some of the students there. And if you are watching me, like I want to thank you, and I want to thank the moms that I still have contact with, because also the moms became my role examples, because I lost mine. So some of them became that role example. And I'm gonna tell their names without the last names, just to know, so that they just know that I'm grateful with them too. That's why I'm so grateful that they keep in touch with me, and I can see through Instagram like how my kids are still growing. Betty, Honey, Clarissa, Liz, the other Liz from San Luis, and some Alondra, and some other big moms that I met in those 5 years in my teacher's time. And as a babysitter, Allegra and Erika, they became my role models. So I'm really grateful for everything. I want you to know that. So even though again I was doing this, I was like, I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy with my life. Like, I was stable, but I was not happy. I was stable. I had my own home. I live by myself. I have my dogs. I have a good job. I have a car. I can now go travel. I was not happy. And in LA it was the same. I was like, I'm not happy. Like, I need to do something. I need to push myself into something. So that's when BTS came, and I was like, okay, I need to understand them. So that's why I started to think on Korean language, to come here at least for 6 months, now 2 years. And when I came here, the first week, I remember I went to Hive, and I was like, and I remember I have watched something about a studio called 1 Million, and I was like, okay, I need to go. But before going to the big one, I need to challenge myself and see how am I doing. So because I was haven't danced like in a long time, so I was like, okay, I don't care. I don't understand Korean, but I think just with the movements and the 1, 2, 3 and Hana do set, so I can do it. So the first week I was like, let's go. So I looked for one that was near my home, kinda, and I went there. And I went to this class with Centimeter. 안녕하세요, 선생님. And his class was so fucking cool, and the level of it challenged me a lot. I was like, wow, what is this? Like, I have never experienced this kind of level of dance. And also that in every time that you have the opportunity to dance by yourself, partners or classmates could record you and not see you like a competition. It was really nice. I was like, wow. But also in myself, I was like, nah, I cannot. No, because I started to compare myself a lot. Again, comparing. I don't know. Oh, I know why, but in myself, I was like, why, Sophie? Why you start to compare yourself? It's not like that. So I try not to compare myself. I try not to be nervous, but at the same time, I was so happy because I was like, this is so different. Like, this is so different, and I'm dancing again. And I remember the dance. I think I can put the first dance here. I danced here in Korea. It was awesome. So I was like, okay, I need to take out the fear again of the camera and start to do TikToks, because maybe also in that time I couldn't have like the money to go to many of classes, but I can do TikTok. So because you need to warm a little bit, this and that. So I was like, okay, let's do TikToks. And I did my first one, and it was so, oh God, it was so tired, because I did it, I think, like 7 times. Because I was like, no, I see, no, like, para todo veía algo malo. So, yeah, And also I was afraid of judgment. So anyway, with the time, coming a little bit into the SNTY project, I was still thinking about Ian Eastwood's videos and the thing that he make, and I was like, maybe I should do something like that. I don't know. So the idea always was in the air. And 4 months ago, I went to Mexico. I went back to Mexico for the holidays, for the summer vacations. And in that time that I came back, I was I was in depression. Because a few months before, I have lost a friend, a very dear friend, and he kind of shake my life of view, my point of view of life. And I remember thinking, like, I admire him and his wife. I admire them because they were so brave, and she's also so brave. And when he passed away, he totally removed some things from my past that I was like, okay, life, it can go in an instant. It totally can go in an instant. So I started to get un autoanálisis. I don't know how to say it in Spanish, in English. Spanish, sorry. Autoanalysis, I think is the same. Autoanalysis, maybe. Anyways, I started to do that, and I was like, okay, if tomorrow they tell me, what have you done with your life? Like, are you happy with it? And I was like, I love dancing. I haven't done anything for it, to pursue it, at least. And I was like, shit, no way. Like, I haven't done anything, because I'm so afraid of what people can say to me, or how people can break me. And so I was like, okay, I need to do this video, but how? So when I came to Mexico, I meet a new friend called Cherry, that you saw her on my other podcast. She became a very, very good friend. And when I met her, I remember her, I told her, like, you know what, I have this idea of dancing project, but I don't know, you know. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, okay. And I remember just kind of one day she told me, like, do you have already the PDF? Like, do you have like a document where, like, a guide, like what do you want to the vision and this and that? Do you want to make auditions for choreographers? And I was like, oh wow. Do I need to do all of that? So she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I make a PDF, I make a presentation, this and that. I found Aquelarre Studio, Elise, Moni, Rox. They all helped me a lot with the process, and I'm also very thankful with them, because in the first days that I was doing this, I was so scared, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know where this is gonna go, but I hope this can help a lot of people too. So Aquelarre helped me with the auditions, And they told me, you know what, we have some K-pop dance groups that we know, we can make auditions. Also, we know the K-pop con. If you go to my hometown and go, and you have the opportunity to go and follow them. These are their Instagrams, their Instagram and TikTok, I think. And yeah, it was so hard because I know I was the director, the producer of this project, and half of myself was like, but I don't have like that big knowledge like some other people, you know. So I was like, I think a lot that I didn't deserve it to do it, because I was like, who am I? Like, I don't dance good, so why should I be the one to select them? But for many nights and many times I talked to Cherry, and she helped me a lot. So I was like, okay, I can do it. So how I found these amazing people and dancers: Han, Osby, Esther, Dani, Jailin. In English it sounds so good, yay. Liz, and Nai. Even though Nai didn't at last minute, she couldn't be in it. She danced very good. So how did I find them? Elise from Aquelarre told me that I should go to this K-pop con because there were some competitions and there's some groups. So I went there the next Sunday with Rox, and for Han, Osby, and Nai, they dance in a group, and they dance a BTS song on, and I was so impressed by their attitude. Like, it was awesome. Like, and then Liz, I think she just went to see the competition, but they had the random K-pop songs that they put a song that you have to go in and dance. She did that, and I was like, she got it. Dani, I also saw her dancing with another group. So cool. Her attitude, Esther and Jailin, they went to an audition in the studio, and also the attitude, it was like, this girl got that sassiness or something. So I was like, we got this. So that's how I got them. We became really, really good friends, even though the distance of age was really big. We had so fun. We have fun, and they also saw my process, and I'm so happy and thankful with them to have patience with me, because I think sometimes I was like, sometimes I try not to show my stress, but I think I did. So, but I'm thankful with them. And after that, Cherry told me, like, okay, what's next? You need someone to film this and that. And I was like, oh shit. The places, the locations that you want to show. And I had some of them, and I had the money to pay, but unfortunately, but that time that I needed to pay something, I don't know, I don't even remember what happened, but we had to change the locations. I didn't have the money to pay it, so I was like, what am I gonna do? So I started to look for sponsors, and many of them wanted to go into it, and at the last minute to say no. So I was like, no way, what am I gonna do? So it got scary because I think the first day of film in the first location was about to happen. So I was like, oh shit. And also with the studio filming, I couldn't get into a good deal. So I was like, no, I can't, like, this is too much. I was pressuring myself. And also I think I lost my job in that time as a barista. So I was like, what the hell am I gonna do? So my stress level was so bad by that times. One of the most bad things that happened, before recruiting the dancers, I got a sprain in my left ankle. Again, it was like the fourth time. But this time, I heard like the ankle just like, and I was like, oh shit. That day, I remember I got so mad because I also received some bad news at home, and I was like, I remember I was like, I know it was an accident, but at the same time, I know that my body and my mind play with me, and it's like, half of me was like, what are you doing this? Why are you doing this project if you don't feel sure about it? Why do you do this if you're not good at it? So I think kind of wanted to have to find an excuse again to not finish this. For 4 weeks, I didn't do anything. I wanted to quit. But I remember Cherry told me, like, just wait. And I wait, and the second week I was like, I need a therapist, physiotherapist, so that they can massage and do something there. And Angel, he was my therapist, and he was a miracle guy. Like, suddenly I was walking without pain, and I was like, oh wow. So I was like, okay, we need to keep this going. So we kept doing it. And already had the dancers. We started rehearsing and everything. I started to do it like calm, slowly, not pressuring myself because I still have a little bit of pain. So I was like, hold on. Slowly. Maybe the day of the shooting I can have like the kinesio tapes, the tapes that you put here, and a band-aid, and yeah. So the bad thing at last minute was that I didn't have a studio film because of some differences there, and I didn't have the money because I was like, I need collab, but they want money. So I was like, they want me to pay, but I was like, okay, maybe some sponsors, but I was like, maybe I can, maybe I not. So I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I cannot pay them. If I had the money, I wish I could. Like, I would do it, but I didn't have. So I was like, thank you, but no. And I remember calling Cherry, and I was like, I think we should stop doing this. And she's like, no. Call me in an hour. And I was like, okay. In an hour, the girl, I don't know how, she find some group of friends, and there you go. We find people to do this. Carlos, Melissa, sorry. Miguel too, even though he was there, but Illich, Ulises. I also find a friend that could help me too for some actings there. Lalo Nava. If you can go to Lalo's Facebook and follow him. He also has a podcast. If you want to learn some things from Mexico or something, nice. And he do stand up, so comedy. Again, follow him. Who else? Neri. Also, yeah. So John too, and yeah, everybody that helped me. Moni, Pamela, the makeover. Everybody who participated in this project. I have to say that I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that you appear in my life, because without you, I think I couldn't achieve this dream. So before doing this more longer, what does this project means to me? This project for me means that, and I tell this to myself, you can do it. You can hell do it. With this project, I think I could start believing in myself and in the capacity of what can I do without hurting others, I think, and I hope. And knowing that this dream was just not mine, but also the dancers, made me more strong. Like when many of them told me, like, I wanted to do this too, so you also make my dream come true. I was like, oh God. So for me, this project it's a lot. It's love. It's love for my passion. It's love for life. It's love for my mom too. I hope she's proud. So, and what do I hope for this? I hope that this episode and that project can inspire dancers that you don't need to have the best classes, the best ones. You just need to have the passion, the love for it, the discipline for it to do it. I know I don't have at all of it, a lot of it, maybe the discipline, because I think also for my age and my injuries too kind of affect a little bit. So, but I'm not gonna stop here. Just you to know. And to my dad to know. I'm not stopping. I have a goal to reach. So this is just the beginning. And I hope for many, not just for the dancers, for the staff, this can help them to reach to other big things, to other works that so I hope that for this project. And what do I tell to my inner child for making this dream come true? Well, I write it myself, but to my inner child, I think I will tell her you dance so good, Sophie. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone. You like it, you love it, you have fun, you are happy with it. So keep doing it. Keep doing it for love. Keep doing it because it's what makes you happy. Keep doing it because you can get to other hearts. You can touch other hearts with dancing. So keep doing it. And I know maybe this is not going to get into BTS, but just like in the first podcast, BTS
inspire me in so many ways to get out of my comfort zone and to be true to myself and to get more strong without, and I hope without damaging other people, without hurting other people. So BTS 진짜 너무 감사합니다. I'm gonna cry. I don't know what else. I want to say it in Korean, but Aaron, when you see this, please translate it to them. Thank you, Aaron, for everything, like for inspire, for being a good leader. Jing, thank you for giving me self-esteem to be proud of myself. Suga, thank you for which Amygdala and Snooze, your song. Just thank you. Thank you for those songs. J-Hope, you're dancing. I hope one day, maybe not in a music video, but maybe a TikTok, I can dance with you, and it will be an honor, totally an honor to dance with you. V, your songs are so relaxing to my soul and to my heart. Thank you too. Jimin, you're dancing too. As a dancer, thank you for inspiring. Thank you. And I hope one day I could be in a TikTok with you. Jungkook. I just saw your movie and I cried so much. After Michael Jackson, you became one of my biggest inspiration in dancing. So I did this project with a lot of love and respect for you. Thank you for being my role model to be not just a good person, but as a dancer too. Thank you. 너무 감사합니다. 고맙습니다. I hope I said it correctly. So, to my dad, hold on. To my dad, I'm going to say it in English so that more people can, or in Spanish. Papá, gracias. Porque a pesar de que por muchos años no tuvimos una relación, creo que apenas hasta ahorita la hemos estado teniendo. Gracias por aceptar muchas cosas a pesar de no estar de acuerdo. Gracias por la educación, por darme también las clases de baile. Gracias. Sin ti y sin mi mamá no. Te quiero mucho, te amo. Gracias por seguir del lado de mí, a pesar de estar a distancia. A mis amigos, to my friends, Cherry, the new ones that I make, and even the dancers. I told you it was hard to tell you goodbye the last days, but I'm so grateful with God, the universe, to have met you. Seriously, Cherry, Estrella, gracias. No tengo cómo agradecerte todo lo que hiciste estos últimos 4 meses. But seriously, thank you. To my friends from here that they're about to know about this project, you are half responsible of this project too, because thanks to you, thanks to your encouragement every day when we go dance to bars, whatever, you make me more strong. You know who you are, YNA crew. So thank you. Hi, man, Ingrid. Thank you also for being there. Ingrid, thank you for all your help, por toda tu ayuda en esos 4 meses para hacer el saco, para sacar cosas. Gracias. Gracias por estar ahí. Mi hermano. Even though we don't get along, you're still my little brother. You're still my family. Even not from blood. You're my family. You're my brother, and I love you. To the audience, the ones that are looking at this, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope something from here can inspire somebody to achieve their dreams. To those dancers, to those artists, don't wait too long. Don't wait. Do it. Believe in yourself. Have the courage, have the bravery to do it. Love yourself too much so that you can be proud of yourself in a good way and in a bad way. So, yeah, I think later the video is gonna go up. So, yeah, I hope you share it. I hope you like it. I hope you comment in it. If we can reach to Ian or Ryan Purpose. I didn't mention a lot of other choreographers because in artists, I think Michael Jackson, J-Lo, but I think I one of the things that I saw in many ways, like, were the movies and Ian. So yeah. Anyways, I think that was much more. Again, I hope you like this episode. I hope you're ready for the SNTY project. And I hope you love it. And Sophie, it's okay. Thank you guys. Gracias. Kamsahamnida. Thank you for watching. Again, share it, like it. And we see you there. Bye.